with Andy Tudor from Nexus Minerals on JustStocks this morning. Andy, good morning.
Morning, Andrew.
Look, updates from you this morning here on the Wallbrook Gold project. Drilling underway, this around the Crusader Templar resource area. Just tell us a bit more. What are you testing?
Yeah, look, it's been a lot of work in the background to get to this point, and as part of both scoping study inputs, but also looking to put together a mine, ultimately a mine proposal, and put that into the mines department. A lot of this sort of work needs to be done. So yeah, we spent a lot of time working out what absolutely needs to be done, and then bringing the whole lot of the package together. So one program would essentially cover off on all of these, literally cross the last of the T's and dot the I's. A lot of this isn't the numbers game. It's very much around, for start, the geotech, pit wall. What are the angles of your pit walls? What do they look like? So preliminary mine designs obviously get done based on the back of the MRE, and then you determine, okay, well, where are your pit walls going to be? And the geotech consultant come in and say, well, I need these 6 or 8 holes to determine exactly what these the angle of pit walls, which obviously have a big impact on your strip ratio and ultimately the depth of your pit and all those things. So we start with that. Metallurgy more. We've done a number of holes sort of 12, 18 months ago. But again, we need more now. We know we're concentrating on this top 120 or so meters in this first stage, if you like. So it's been important then to go, look, let's get some much more information in that in the oxide and the transitional material, rather than the deeper material, which will ultimately hopefully come out in sort of stage 2s and 3s some point down the track. So in a very positive world. But yeah, everything's going well. In that, you can imagine that obviously we've got an ore zone, and each side of it there's waste rock. Department needs to know there's no potentially acid forming material in there. And again, we're fortunate from previous work that we've done that there isn't, but we've just got to clarify that and make sure that's the case. And water monitoring the same. That's sort of the things that just need to be done to tick boxes as part of a mine proposal. So this program, 1,500 meters or so, will just cover off on all those things. So each of the consultants has all their inputs, and we'll obviously a few of the holes again will come close to ore zones that might be used for other things. So we'll grab a few extra meters and grab the ore zones while we have a chance. So all in all, it's very much around getting everything we need to tidy up mine proposals, make sure that ultimate mine designs are as positive as they can possibly be. So yeah, that'll all the results will be in the coming months.
And you reckon it's time to soon start testing some of these regional targets?
Yeah, look, it's been a bit of time to get us to here, and obviously we take it very seriously going in, and spending any shareholder money on all of our exploration work, and these targets have been identified sort of 12 months ago. It's taken us this long to sort of just keep pulling them in and have the geos confident and comfortable that these 4 are ready to go. So yeah, the first 4 are good, and again the you look at the sort of the image that we put out in the announcement today. You've got a 40 or 50 square kilometre package that we're talking that the Nexus owns, and surrounding us is no less than 5 gold mines that operated by Saracen and now Northern Star on the same page. So in a land package which has largely been under to almost non-explored, just simply because of who has owned it over the period of time. So it's got a sensational package of rocks. We're obviously looking for similarities where we can between ourselves and operating gold mines. I mean, that's just a no-brainer that you would do that. And certainly, the characteristics are all there. So we'll start with these 4. Now, ultimately, we want to test all sort of the 14 of them before we decide to move on and bring in RC rigs. Then we can rank them accordingly, because again, most of these targets haven't seen a drill hole at all, and the ones that have are sort of early stage stuff 20 or 30 years ago, where there might have been some very shallow almost soil sampling done over them. So yeah, taking us a little while to get to this point, but yeah, we'll do the diamond rig first. That'll roll out, and then this will start up. So probably early June, something like that. The guys are prepping the lines now, obviously whacking the holes in and the pegs in the ground, and making sure we're ready to go. But yeah, they're super excited about getting that their aircore rig in and seeing some of these regional targets look like.
And well funded, Andy, for these programs around, is it 5.5 million in the bank?
Yeah, yep, no, so still very well funded. We've always, most of our presentations always say, well funded, active explorer, and that's what we've always been and continue to do so. So yeah, we're well funded and more than enough to go off and do these programs.
I think it's worth a mention, Andy, just while I've got you, Canaccord recently covered Nexus as part of a feature on the gold and silver markets. Clearly good recognition for Nexus and Wallbrook.
Yeah, exactly. Look, very happy. I think there was 23 companies that they selected and included in there. And of the, I suppose, the genuine juniors who are in gold, there was really only a handful that were in that bucket. So no, certainly really good recognition of the new MRE, what the resource looks like. Ultimately, the depth, extent, the exploration target that we have. They're all making it very, very valid, and obviously it's caught the attention of Canaccord. So yeah, really happy to be in the book.
Just finally, Andy, RIU last week, no doubt a question you got asked numerous times. What makes Nexus stand out amongst its peers?
Look, I think at the moment we've obviously had our MRE, our update, the ground position that we've got, and that the share price hasn't moved with it. It wasn't like you've gotten revalued. The gold price has gone up, everything's looking positive, but equities or whatever have been a bit slow to move with it. So I think the fact with an EV of very low compared to what ultimately we've got in the ground and what we've got well cashed up
Mm.
and ready for success. So I think it's only positive and up from here.
Good to speak, Andy. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Andrew.